Welcome back to Agata Magic. Today, Cheiro the Palm Reader, how a count fooled kings and predicted the Titanic. Count Lewis Hammond, better known as Cheiro, built a fortune reading palms for royalty and the rich. But was he a genuine seer or a master of psychology and showmanship? Let's begin. In 1901, Mark Twain received a telegram from the famous palm reader Cheiro, "You will die within the year." Twain, very much alive, fired back, "Greetings from the afterlife. Mark Twain." This exchange, preserved in historical records, captures the strange relationship between the celebrated writer and the man who called himself Cheiro, a palmist who claimed to read fate in the lines of the hand. Count Lewis Hammond, 1866 to 1936, reinvented himself as Cheiro, a name derived from the Greek word for hand. He set up a luxurious salon in London, where aristocrats and millionaires lined up for consultations. His client list included King Edward VII, Mata Hari, Oscar Wilde, and even the designer of the Titanic. But behind the mystique, Cheiro relied on sharp observation and psychological insight rather than supernatural powers. Cheiro's technique was more about reading people than reading palms. He studied physiognomy and psychology, and could size up a client at a glance. Once he began tracing the lines on their hand, he watched their reactions. A twitch, a pause, a widening of the eyes. These guided his predictions. It was cold reading, long before the term existed. After each session, Cheiro insisted clients sign his guest book. When skeptics saw the signature of King Edward VII, they suddenly became believers. Wealthy women sailed from America just to see him. Mata Hari visited from France and, according to legend, wept after their private conversation, saying, "That will come later. For now, I am happy." She was executed by firing squad in 1917. I find this detail fascinating. Cheiro didn't just tell people what they wanted to hear. He often delivered harsh truths. Mark Twain wrote that Cheiro instantly saw through my character, enumerating my many faults and bad habits with offensive and embarrassing detail. Yet Twain also joked about Cheiro's failed prediction, sending sarcastic telegrams for years. One of Cheiro's most cited predictions involved the Titanic. He told William Peary, the Irish shipbuilder behind the liner, "You will have a lot of trouble with this ship." Peary dismissed it, but after the disaster in 1912, many recalled the warning. Historical records don't confirm whether Cheiro foresaw the sinking or simply made a vague statement that later seemed prophetic. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to walk the full year of Sabbats with us, and visit onlinepredictions.com for the full written version, your daily horoscope, and the free reading bot, link in the description. See you tomorrow.